Hello, I'm Kevin Meehan, director and cameraman for I Always Wanted to Be Somebody.
And I'm Dustin Sherman, director and star of I Always Wanted to Be Somebody.
I Always Wanted to Be Somebody began as a tour of the school. I told Dustin, hey, let's go do a tour of the school and we'll make it funny. He said, how are we going to make that funny?
I said, how are we going to make that funny?
I said, I don't know, we just will. And this is the final product.
Yeah, it actually turned out to be a lot deeper than just humor. It was actually an extended metaphor of a guy who couldn't fit in society, he couldn't fit in high school, and he just chose his individuality over that. He always wanted to be somebody, but it turned out he'd rather be himself.
This first scene with the car parking, it's my car, 97 Mazda Protege.
Yeah, the not being able to back in and fit in is just that he can't fit in society. That's a metaphor for that. All the interior shots you saw of the car were filmed at a later date because they were boring because it was just one shot at the beginning, so we changed that.
This is the first shot you get of the character. His name is I.
If you see he locks the door before he gets out, that's symbolic of him locking, he's being locked out of society. Here he goes getting his individuality, which is the tennis racket. And that soccer ball represents conformity. You'll learn about that a little later. This sound of the keys you hear right now was done later. It was added Foley work. It was really nice.
And this shot started out as a shot of his shoes, so it wouldn't look like a jump cut, but it ended up being a pretty nice shot of the tennis racket instead.
And his shoes are camouflage, if you notice. I'm not sure, but it's like he's hidden from society, like he doesn't fit in. He doesn't blend in as he wishes he could by wearing these shoes.
All the flaunting of the tennis racket that I does was all spontaneous.
Yes, it was. We weren't sure what we were making this metaphor at first, and then we got the storyline with him putting it in the book return, as you'll see later. But I was just having a good time with this tennis racket. Here's a shot of me looking at myself in the mirror, checking myself out. Kevin wasn't sure what I was doing since it was all spontaneous.
Yeah, I had no idea.
So that's what it turned out to be. I don't know if you can see that or not.
The school that I is entering right now is the society that he can't fit into.
He doesn't fit in. He'd like to flaunt his individuality around. That's the tennis racket, which here he goes. He wishes he could be somebody. There he goes. There he goes. Look at that. Here comes the flaunt right here.
There it is.
This is one of my favorite scenes, just because you start seeing him flaunt his individuality all around like that. And there's the janitor with the glove in his hand.
All these people in the hallway had no idea what we were doing. They're not paid extras or anything.
Yeah, we didn't pay them. Here's everyone's favorite shot of me lapping up the water, and from the water fountain.
Yeah, I think Dustin's a little ashamed of it because the humor doesn't quite fit.
It's very broad, I think. I don't know if you saw me there, but I wiped my mouth with some toilet paper. That was just sitting in the hallway. I thought it was pretty funny. And that wasn't a stunt double or wasn't a camera trick. I actually did wipe my mouth with that toilet paper roll. I said that I was going to turn down this hallway right here, and Kevin said,
what are you going to do?
And I was like, I'll just turn back out like this. So that's what happened. It turns out to be a pretty funny shot.
Notice the human in the blue shirt walking the opposite way. You will see him constantly throughout this film.
Yeah, that's Adam. He got in the way a lot. You'll see him about 7 times. This is I turning in his individuality for a shot at the conformity.
That book return shot was shot about a couple days after the original shooting.
Yeah, that was a reshoot. There you could see Kevin's reflection in there. You can see him a little bit coming up here, but that one turned out to be a lot better.
In this shot, I was like, Dustin, just pretend that the door is locked, and it turned out to be pretty funny.
Yeah, and it's also a deep metaphor. Here's David Roaming shot. But the door being locked symbolizes his being locked out of the cliques in school. There's Kevin in the background. I don't know if you can see him in the reflection. There it is. It's locked.
The milk we find coming up, it just happened to be in the locker. It was a couple months old, we guess.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty. There wasn't any milk in it, but I did suck on the straw. And it symbolizes that he's expired inside, that he doesn't feel anything. Here's my favorite scene out of the whole film right here, because I don't have the tennis racket yet. I'm still trying to be somebody. Okay, this shot coming up where I banged the lockers, I thought it would be a pretty nice cut. Kevin wasn't sure, though, and I was like, it turned out to be one of Kevin's favorite cuts. Isn't that right, Kevin?
Yes. The whole banging of a locker represents I's frustration of wanting to be heard.
A lot of the music on here just happened by coincidence. I like how in this hallway it gets a little bit quieter, if you can see that with the light change.
Here comes Commander Deming. If he had been in his uniform, we were going to salute him, but he just...
Sadly, it was Casual Friday. Here comes Mr. Crawl's favorite shot. There is this or cleaning lady there, and I just decided to stare at her. And here comes a reshoot we did a couple hours after the initial shoot. I really like this praying to the trash can, but unfortunately when I picked up the phone on the old one and we had it ring, there was a ghost that flew across the screen.
Yes, a camera flickering.
This is I's
Hello?
only line. It's hello. It was looped in later because we weren't sure that we were going to have any ambient sound at all.
This aerosol can represents the eating up of I's individuality. He just can't take not having his individuality anymore.
Yeah, it's like the ozone layer. There's a big old hole in. There's Adam again with the tennis racket. Here's a good continuity shot with me dragging my arm across the wall.
So Dustin, where'd you learn to open doors like that?
I'm not sure. I have opened doors like this before, I do believe. I don't think that was all spontaneous. I just decided to. It was fun. This was something I just came up with to just sit in the chair and get up real quick.
And there's Adam again at the book return.
That's not the book return, Kevin. That's the card catalog.
The card catalog.
The card catalog.
I is now searching for his given up individuality.
Yes, he's going around and he's going to look under tennis.
This next sequence is where we got the title I Always Wanted to Be Somebody from. It's the title of the book under tennis.
Yes, it was about a famous Negro woman. Adam found a card that said tennis for fun, but this had a much deeper meaning and I felt it worked.
Yeah, this was a reshot.
Yes, it looks a lot better than it did. You can actually read it now. Here comes some of Kevin's brilliant camera work. It looks like he hovers over these tables. Watch.
I was jumping.
He's like a magic man. Look at this kid. He doesn't know what's going on.
Here is I retrieving his individuality back, and the music changes, symbolizing that he has his individuality back.
Yeah, he realized that he's always wanted to be somebody.
There's Adam! There's Adam!
And he'd rather be himself, though.
So this hugging of the wall is also symbolic of something, right, Dustin?
No, Kevin, that actually doesn't have any symbolic meaning at all.
This next walkage down the hallway, we were running out of time. The school day was about to end, so we had to get out of there.
Oh, I did that on another take, and Kevin really liked it, so I did that for him. This is also for Kevin. Right here, right here. There you go, Kevin.
Anyway, we had to get out of school pretty fast because the day was almost over, and coming up is the only zoom shot because Dustin starts walking super fast.
I was very brisk this day.
Up here, I pushes a kid. It represents I not wanting to be conformed anymore. He's happy with his individuality.
Yes, if you notice, I push him so hard that he doesn't even remain in the hallway.
Yeah, all the people in the background disappeared.
That's a continuity error, but they weren't paid, so we understand. I was thinking of the water stick, that stick that finds water when I did that shot, if you're wondering what the heck was going on.
And there's Mr. Russo's second appearance in the movie, the track coach.
Yeah, there he is. He's an extraordinaire.
There's Adam again. Watch.
There he is,
There
on
he
the other
is.
side of the door. Here's my favorite shot. This is about the 8th time I've said that, but I really do like this shot. Kevin was very smooth in that. I said, I'm going to walk right towards the camera. Be ready. We had another take, but Adam was standing right next to him, and it really ruined it.
Yep.
Here's a little dance right here. And here comes a little brilliant piece of Foley work right here. There are these little flyers all over these cars, and we had some wind on the actual crumpling of the paper, so I crumpled that like a couple days ago.
And we couldn't use the real ambient sound, so Dustin had to crumple the paper in front of a microphone to make it sound like it.
I'm a good crumpler, I must say. Okay, here's a shot. We switched the camera angles. You can't really see, but I ate the paper. It was pretty nasty, but you can see me chewing when I get up here if you're wondering what I'm doing. He's coming up here, I's getting back to his car. Stop jingling your keys, Kevin. You probably hear that.
Speaking of my keys, this scene was done by accident. Dustin accidentally dropped the keys, and it turned out to be a pretty nice transition.
Yeah, there's Kevin in the reflection, and Adam again, yet again, if you can see them.
You'll see Adam move.
There they go.
There he goes.
Here's the ball that represents conformity. It's spherical. A lot of sports involve just a ball, even tennis, but the racket is an individual shape, and that's why he refused the ball. The key term in our, the key word in our title is wanted. It's past tense. He always wanted to be somebody, but he realizes he would just rather be himself because it's better for him, and he's just gonna leave and be himself.
Yep. I hope this little commentary got you through our extended metaphor conceit, if you will.
Yeah, that's about it. Here's the credits. And just remember, everyone, the thrill of individuality is greater than the comfort of conformity. Be a goldfish in a sea of minnows.
I think I had that on a fortune cookie once.
Shut up, Kevin.
What do you want to do now?
I don't know. Probably eat some snacks, some cakes.
Sounds good.